Hey everyone, welcome back to StarCraft. We're starting the Terran campaign, which for Brood War, which I'm really excited about. This is probably my favorite episode in all of, like original StarCraft, like 1 in Brood War. Though 6 is pretty good too, so we're in for good strategy. And let's get into it. Terran campaign, the Iron Fist. Since conflict began in the Corporulu sector, the ruling council of the United Earth Director has closely monitored its wayward Terran colonies. Having witnessed the steady advancements of Zerg infestation and the maneuverings of the Protoss throughout the colonies, the ruling council has finally agreed to take over the control over the war-torn sector. Okay. Also, someone made the comment today that the intros to the missions were very quiet, which I just got the feedback today. But then the problem was, I've already recorded like 20 or so episodes. Like they said that in the Zerg campaign. I said I've recorded the Zerg, the Protoss, and the other Protoss campaign. So whoops! So hopefully this Terran will be a bit better. Learning that a new Zerg overmind has manifested itself upon the planet Char, the UED has sent its greatest admiral, Gerard de Gaulle, to capture the creature. As captain of the UED fleet under de Gaulle, your objective will be to storm this Terran Dominion and depose of its dictator, Emperor Manx First. That's a lot of ships. First strike. UD flagship Alexander, high orbiter over the planet Braxis, outlying Dominion stronghold. Back to Braxis.
Adjutant online. Good morning, Captain. Our long voyage from Earth is over, and we are holding a stationary position near the borders of Dominion space. I trust that the effects from your long, cold sleep have worn off by now. If not, the Med Officer can provide you with additional cryostim supplements. Admiral de Gaulle has issued a proclamation to the entire fleet via Transmat. I'll patch it through to you now.
Attention, defenders of the United Earth Directorate. This is Admiral de Gaulle. You were all briefed before we left Earth, so you know that we have come here to conquer this sector in the name of humanity. Should any of you have second thoughts about performing your assigned duties, be reminded that if we fail in our mission here, not one of us will be going home. We stand or fall together in this forsaken wasteland. Serve the Directorate. Serve humanity. All other priorities are secondary to victory. De Gaulle out.
Transmat completed. Receiving incoming transmission.
Good morning, Captain. I am Vice Admiral Stukov, Tactical Advisor to Admiral Dugal. I see you've already reviewed his proclamation. I'm sure it doesn't cover anything you weren't already familiar with. Once you get to know the Admiral, I'm sure you'll find that he's actually quite personal. At any rate, Captain, I do have orders for you. As we are about to begin our invasion of the Dominion, we will need access to their primary data net and weapons diagnostics. To this end, you are to assault the outlying planet of Braxis and take control of its capital city of Boralis. You are to deploy your forces within 2 standard hours. The Admiral expects perfect results, Captain. Stukov out.
Alright, away we go. But then we're gonna have to adjust the volume. Back to here. So that way you guys can hear me talk. Okay, so we immediately start and we notice that there's... So it turns out that we have 0 gas here. And actually, guys, let me know too if the volume's too quiet. If you want the game volume up a little bit higher. I usually keep it pretty quiet because so it's really easy to hear me because I think I'm this is where I find out I have a huge ego problem. But to say I think I'm like the primary focus. Hence oh, thank you, Windows. Me keeping the game volume pretty low. But if you decide you guys want to hear the game more, you want to hear me, then that's completely fine. We're gonna scout up here. I don't think there's anything up here. Yeah, okay, so there is the enemy. You need to get to mining. Well, let's see. Okay, we'll try that. If it's too loud, we'll know. Or I guess we won't know. I like to tell some. Ugh. Ugh, we're tongue-tied today. Anyways, you guys will hopefully make comments if you don't like it, or it can be louder, or what have you. Shoot, I'm so torn by indecision. Look at that, we're going to open the audio again. Look at that. Behind the scenes, guys. I think that's respectful. But it's been very smoky where I am right now. It's, I biked home today, and I feel like I have a bit of a sore throat coming on, but I don't know if that's because I haven't been sleeping well. I find normally if I don't sleep well, I get sick pretty soon, or shortly afterwards. Or if it's because of the smoke, because I've been ingesting. I think it's more just because I haven't been getting a lot of sleep. I've been hard pressed to get sleep. I don't know what it is. It's just like this last week I haven't been sleeping well. I think partly because I've been reading. Books are great to read. Oh, we can get vultures, but I already started getting marines. Oh, first blood goes to the Dominion. Alright, so they attacked. That's kind of what I was waiting for, and now we're gonna go clear that base out. Oh, we should have gotten a bunker up, but that's gonna take resources that we need to spend. So, the reason why I think I like this campaign the most is that, A, you play Terran, like, that's already pretty good in my mind. And B, so in the first Terran campaign, like episode 1, like you play Terran, but they don't really let you have the fun stuff until like later on. Like you only it's about like mission 7, I think, we get siege tanks, which is pretty late, and then after that, oh, we're on SCB. Ha! And then after that, it's like, well, you're at mission 7, like, and you have 8, 9, 10, and that's it. Whereas here, it's kind of like, okay, well, at this point, you probably know how to play the game. So we're just going to give you all the units now, or most of the tech trees. Like, yes, I can't get everything. But look at this first mission, I can get Marines, I can get Fire Bats. I have, I can get Glides as well. Like, that's pretty good. We're going to attack with just the 10 Marines. We're going to see what's up. Oof. That took quite a bit of damage. And then also I like the plot as well, though I think episode 1 had a pretty good plot as well. But for here, it's like, it's just more fun because you have the tech tree, you don't have to be like, oh, just Marines, like, you have more flexibility. Though unfortunately it is a bit shorter. Alright, so I think those guys will be alright. If not, that's... Oh yeah, those vultures. Rest in peace, Marine. Okay, well, we did some damage. Probably not as much as I was hoping for. And let's just get some vultures, because we have a lot of money to spend. Pros, like, episode 3 and 4 are okay. I've done some thinking about this. I think I like episode 2 more than episode 3. And I'm kind of like talking about it now, because this is after the fact. Whereas I didn't want to like start off the episode saying, oh, this is my least favorite. So I have like some like, here's my tier list. Okay would be episode 3. I think episode 4 like muddles the line between good and okay. Episode 2 is good. And then 1, 5, and 6 are all great. Though I think I prefer, I prefer the Terran ones more than the episode 6, which is Zerg. Though 6 is fun because you'll see why. But 6 I think does very well because, again, same reasons. Like, Part of the reason why I like the Brood War missions more than the original ones, because A, you have the more units, which is fun. And you guys just also trapped in there. Oh well, okay, well, we've lost 2 SCVs then. It's just that. Yeah, so you have more units, but also, like, again, like, they give you the tech tree earlier on, which is very nice. You don't have to wait. Which, again, I'm definitely into. And also, I think that just the plot of Brood War is better as a whole. Like, episode 1 had a pretty good plot, but then you have episode 2, which is fine, and 3 was like, eh. Whereas, admittedly, episode 4, I didn't think had... What are we doing? Episode 4's plot was like, it's fine. It was just kind of like, eh, like, Protoss are trying to reclaim their home, like, wasn't too much to it beyond that. Whereas here, I think things are really gonna ramp up, and you might see why in a minute. Well, not in a minute, it's gonna take more than a few minutes to get there, but, wow, we just can't break that, can we? I mean, I think they gave us a lot of minerals, but man, we're really taking us some time here. So let's build another more barracks. But actually, I almost feel like we can take just those. And I'm gonna refrain from talking about the campaign much more because I don't accidentally spoil anything. But yeah, I think you guys will like this as much as I enjoy playing this. Like now, this is where I'm like, yes, Brood War. Whereas, dude, the Protoss doing 3 than 4. Like I understand why they had double Protoss, but like, oh, by the end of that campaign, like I'm just like, I don't want to play Protoss anymore. Like I'm just done. Not that I don't enjoy playing Protoss, but after like 18 missions of straight Protoss, it's kind of like, ugh. But to be fair, they gave you a couple missions where you can play as like other races just in there. Hey. Alright, well, let's just attack all of you guys. Which should be easy enough to clean it up. So. Whereas I think, like, if you think 3 and 4 are your favorite campaign missions, like, please let me know. And some people might like them just because they like them for all so much, and that's completely fine. Like, I'm not saying shame on you for having an opinion. I'm just saying for me personally, like, I'm a Terran fanboy. I was like, I'm even wearing a Terran shirt, and it's like, it's a Batman shirt. It's like, that's not even Terran. Oh, so those things are cute. I like you. Not the Marine. The Marine can go perish. Okay, well, it took us a lot of effort to destroy a supply depot, but we finally did it. All this death and dying, and we finally achieved greatness. So it's interesting because, like, for this mission, the first half of it, like, you only have Marines and Vultures. But you actually have the tech requirements available to get some of it.
I am Lieutenant Samir Duran of the Confederate Resistance Forces. I've been monitoring your attack against the Dominion, and I'd like to offer you my services and skills in return for amnesty.
Intrigue. Lieutenant, you have absolutely no idea as to who we are or what we have come here to do. Why do you wish to side with us?
Because my men and I have sworn to fight against the Dominion and its Emperor. Seeing as how your forces have been laying into this Dominion base, I figured we were on the same side.
I see. How exactly do you propose to be of service to us, Lieutenant?
Well, I possess intimate knowledge of the surrounding area. I can show you an alternate route that leads to the rear of the main Dominion base.
Very well, Lieutenant. Consider yourself and your men the first colonial conscripts of the United Earth Directorate. Captain, see that the Lieutenant is given our full cooperation. We shall see if he's worth the effort.
Alright, cool. So we just conscripted him. Neat. And so these are Confederates. Awesome neat. And now we get our gas geysers, so now we can we do some funky stuff with that. And we can go to try and attack with this, what we have right now, but I think we're better off waiting until we get some tanks. Because we're definitely going to want them. And let's put some supply depots over here. And Duran, you look different, man. You look good. Okay, I'm gonna go sack the vultures because I'm curious to see what's up here. I suspect they have a tank. No, no tank. Oh, they have +1 armor. No wonder they didn't die. Alright, so they actually have an embarrassing amount of stuff. Which is very interesting to me. Alright, so I guess that said then, we can just go kill them with Marines. Though their Marines are stronger than my Marines, which is a little concerning, but hey, we'll be fine. At least I hope so. Now that we have gas, we can start getting siege mode. And I would like to get upgrades as well, but I don't know if we're going to need them. I think we might just have to kill them with numbers. Oh, you guys, don't do that. Oh. That was a slaughter. Ugh. So you don't want to attack them at the front of the base, and actually, I'll use these Marines to demonstrate my point. You don't want to attack at the front because this is what happens. Yeah, and they had tanks there too, so without going into details, it sucks. Though I'm sure you guys found that amusing. But yes, I sacked my Marines just to show you guys something. So we finally laid lace to that base. That's a good start for us right now. We're gonna build some more supply depots, and I think basically we're gonna have this in the bag. So let's talk monster films. Is anyone here likes watching those like Godzilla, like King Kong films or whatever? Those guys are still trapped, huh? That's unfortunate. Because for me, like I never watched those films growing up. Like I missed that boat entirely. Whereas I know some people are really into those monster movies, though. Like personally speaking, like, I don't know anyone who is into that stuff. These Marines are dead. Oh man, that +1 armor is destroying us. Which is why I think we're gonna need the tanks. And actually, maybe I'll start drilling them sooner rather than later. That's probably why they gave us the 2 tanks to begin with. Oh dear. Come back here. I'm gonna do losing tanks is getting painful. Though I think it makes sense I don't know any friends. Well, I don't know. I think for me, my social circle is like a little bit smaller than average. But I guess. Oh, we need more gas. Ugh. I think at the same time, it's. I think I have a different generation for those kinds of films. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that that's more for people from a different generation, I think. I can't believe those bums start to supply depot. How dare they? And I'm sure that most of my audience, if you're watching this, you're probably not into monster films either. Well, because I think for the monster films, like those were popular before video games really became a thing. It's gonna take forever for those to finish. I don't think I'm gonna wait for the upgrades, to be honest. I think we have enough tanks. And we have Terran, but I don't think we're gonna need them. I think Marine tanks is just how we're gonna slice this mission. So we'll send this first wave. second wave, and then we might be able to actually do everything with this. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Because I don't know movie history at all. But like, the more I think about it, it's like, well, we're gonna siege up this tank. And we can't kill him with just like superior numbers, even though that we have an upgrade disadvantage. And, you know, until these siege tanks. I think upgrades are important, but they're not everything. Just hold position. Start leapfrogging our tanks, getting more tanks. I can't even spend my money fast enough. Yeah, oh, you can, yeah, we can go in armory. Marines aren't upgraded yet. Hopefully soon, though. And we'll keep the Marines reserved back here. And I think they're doing something like the new, like monster films, and like I've seen some of those, but I think back in the day, monster films were a lot more commonplace. Yeah, we can get the army too, I suppose. We can start doing that, but I don't think it's gonna be really relevant. The mission should be over before the upgrades start making a difference. All right. Well, I mean, again, I don't know movie history, but and actually, I was gonna list some of the years I think some of the monster films may have come out, but I realized as soon as I do that, I'm just gonna embarrass myself.
Your forces are under attack.
Run away! Alright, more Marines. We need more Marines, more Marines. Oh, I didn't realize we had so many tanks. And those SCVs are still stuck.
Your forces are under
They might say, like, what stopped you before from saying embarrassing things? And I don't know, I guess I just draw lines at, guessing movie dates. Well, because I think for me, it's like, I know I'm not going to get it right. So it's like, why bother trying? And I want to say, like, the 90s had, like, some good martials, but, like, honestly, I don't know, because I'm talking about, like, before my time about something that you just have no,
Your forces are under
no depth on. Alright, we have a ton of Marines here, so we'll just carve over to the left. So I've been frogging more of our tanks. It looks like they have more tanks up there, so I don't really be on the descent that. Yeah, I think honestly all we need to do is type the command center, and this is pretty undefended, so. And this is how they intend the mission to be played. Going through the front, I think, is like impossible. Well, not impossible, but I think you have to be crazy to try. And I'm not that crazy. I know you guys like watch me do some amazing things in this game, but trust me, you gotta draw a line somewhere.
Your forces are under attack.
Oh, we built the armor, but then we never upgraded anything out from it. Whoops. So I don't know what you guys are doing for supper. I want to cook some bacon that you supplement some of my leftovers. That's my plan for supper. Bacon tastes really good. I like bacon. I am a fan of bacon. But I feel like most people are. Bacon in particular. But I've had enough people to say, like, oh, I don't like bacon. I'm like, oh, that's fine. You're not going to be into everything. And some people don't eat meat for, because, like, they're vegetarians. Which is... Vegetarians, which is completely fine, nothing wrong with that. Again, everyone's got their own preferences. And some people do it just because they don't like the taste of meat, some people do it because of the, like, animal rights, and so on and so forth. Which, I mean, again, like, it's all good. Man, it's already 7 p.m. Whew. Alright, see you, Command Center.
Mission successful, Admiral.
Excellent, Lieutenant. This planet's primary defenses are now crippled. Our TAC teams can now begin to decode the Dominion security data link.
Cool, we are victorious. And I think that's going to end this episode. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!